Hello and welcome. Just take a few moments to get yourself settled and comfortable. Adopting a posture that honors where your physical body is at today. Perhaps for you this is seated on a chair or on your cushion. But just know that you are invited to come into a fully reclined posture if that's what feels best. Let yourself gather any necessary props. Gently tend to that external environment. Give yourself this space to settle. As long as it feels comfortable and safe to do so, the gaze will soften, maybe transitioning eyes towards the earth, or maybe feeling the eyelids slip to a full close. Nothing forced, nothing rushed. Just a gentle transition, moving from the external to the internal. Noticing your own natural breath. Observing as well as experiencing that rhythm of inhale and exhale. Acknowledging how the breath regulates through expansion and contraction. Breathing to welcome yourself into this space. To open our practice today, I'd like to begin with a thought from the author and teacher, Anne Lamott. These are her words. Gorgeous, amazing things come into our lives when we are paying attention. Mangoes, grandnieces, birds, ponds. This happens more often when we have little expectation as possible. If you say, well, that's pretty much what I thought I'd see, you are in trouble. At that point, you have to ask yourself why you are even here. Astonishing material and revelation appear in our lives all the time. Let it be. Unto us, so much is given. We just have to be open for business. That last line, we just have to be open for business, is the theme that I invite us to explore as we move through this practice. So take your time to come and embody a deeper sense of openness, inviting ease through the physical body, noticing what can be paused, what can you invite to rest, at least for the duration of our practice. What is it that you can sense longs to be released as you enter in this sacred space of your personal practice, coming to explore and remember the vastness of your own inner landscape. Oftentimes, as humans, we like to put conditions around being open for business. I'll be open if, fill in the blank. But I just invite us in this time together to be open with little expectation. So perhaps there's a situation or area in your life that you can identify you've closed. There's a sense of constriction within your being, and there's a story. It's because of blank, a person, an experience, an unknown. Just clarifying what that is. Allow it to have a home in your mind's eye, and simply notice. We're not looking to judge it, not looking to fix it or solve it. Just let it be. So just continuing to let that area or perceived issue stay in the mind's eye. And then let your awareness broaden to notice how the body is responding. As you gently scan, you might come in contact with a place of tension, of tightness. Pause there, acknowledge it. And just allow that breath to guide you into a deeper state of openness in your physical form. And this isn't about inflicting an expectation of openness, but rather a gradual softening, expanding, breathing and making space. You're breathing, you're noticing, and you're softening. An active engagement in this moment. Engaging the subtlety of trust and ease and openness. Continuing to soften in the physical body, just as we touch back to the mind's eye, reestablishing clarity of that issue or area. Breathing and noticing. Noticing the tendency of the mind, that posture of constriction that can come in the form of resistance or attachment. Attachment to how it should be. And just like the breath has the ability to bring softness and space to our bodies, it holds that same capacity to soothe the mind. Breathe and make space. Acknowledging the fear, that mental boundary you're up against. And notice what happens when you stop forcing. Allowing the thought to be a thought, nothing more or less than that. Few moments here to breathe, to soften, and to soothe. Allowing yourself to be open for business. The business of life touching you, transforming you, co-creating with you, always. Breathing, softening, soothing. A deepening of your own openness and acceptance to what is. Simply allow awareness to broaden. So in a very intentional way, in this moment, we're softening through that physical form as we gently tend and soothe the mental busyness. And also just touching awareness back to that identified area, issue, or concern that you gave consent to in the mind's eye. Touch back and notice, what is the impact on the heart? the subtlety of emotional energy. Perhaps it resonates to drop down into that intelligence center that rests close to the center of the chest. What's the posture? Starting to notice what happens when you bring that life-giving breath into the heart. Recalling that this practice of mindfulness could easily be called a practice of heartfulness. So just as we opened the body and the mind, let's explore a deeper openness of heart. Breathing, consenting, and allowing. Allowing the fluidity, the dynamic nature of this energetic body. Knowing that you are safe to feel. It's a beautiful dance in this practice of observing, accepting, releasing the barriers so that life can gift you transformation. Breathing and allowing your heart to open for business. And the business we refer to is life itself. You're open for life touching you, transforming you, co-creating with you. Softening the body, soothing the mind, and allowing the heart to open, to feel. Breathe and be open. Just a gentle returning of awareness to the simplicity of breath, scanning and noticing what's the impact in the body, the mind, and the heart. Knowing that that identified area, issue, or concern is still factually the same. But perhaps there's been a shift in your experience simply by being open to it. And so as we prepare to bring this practice to a close, I'd like to offer a reflection that I hope companions you throughout the day and the week. Simple reminder and reflection that captures the essence of what we explored. And so these words come from the American author and teacher, Teal Swan. Enlightenment is not about transcending your humanness. It is about allowing your humanness to embody your eternal spirit in simple, everyday moments, such as walking, sleeping, conversing, eating, and doing anything that comes with being fully alive. Breathing, gently setting that intention to live the moments of today fully alive, a little more open, a little more curious. Thank you for doing this work. Thank you for gifting all of us an open, expansive heart. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, stay well.